ओके, वेरी क्विकली, बिल्कुल अभी कोई मैं एक्स्ट्रा नहीं बात करूँगी. Nobody is looking at the economy from a particular point of view. It's not like but a particular event exists according to the neoclassical version of events, or according to the behavioral economics version, or according to the Keynesian version, or according to the structuralist version. At all times, anybody can look at a particular event from the way that they see it. ठीक है. अगर मैं एक बात कहूँ, अभी तक तुम लोगों को शायद ये लग रहा होगा कि मैं नियो क्लासिकल्स के थोड़ा एंटी हूँ. मैं अगर तुम्हें एक बात बताऊं, वो जो NEF वाला डॉक्यूमेंट है, बाय द वे द NEF डॉक्यूमेंट इज समथिंग दैट हैज़ बीन कंपाइल्ड, सो इट्स नॉट लाइक द NEF इज डूइंग एनीथिंग. ठीक है. सम ऑफ यू मेड दैट मिस्टेक एंड दैट्स अ वेरी रियल. ठीक है, कोई उसमें मैं कोई पेनलाइजेशन नहीं करी, मैं किसी को क्रिटिसाइज भी नहीं करी, लेकिन उन्होंने उसको सिर्फ एक फोरम बना हुआ है जिसपे ये सारे लोग बात करें. ठीक है. तो बेहतरीन तो यही होगा कि हम न्यू क्लासिकल वर्जन ऑफ इवेंट्स की लिमिटेशन को समझते हुए बिहेवियरल इकोनॉमिक्स के अगर वर्जन्स को समझते हैं और अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं कि क्या सर्टन इंसेंटिव्स हैं जो कि नजेस बन सकते हैं, पॉजिटिव नजेस क्या हो सकते हैं, नेगेटिव नजेस क्या हो सकते हैं, और उसको एट एवरी लेवल इनकॉपरेट करें. बट दैट वुड रिक्वायर अ वेरी जेनरस ओवरहॉल. जेनरस को मैं इसलिए कह रही हूँ क्योंकि देखो, बिहेवियरल इकोनॉमिक्स जहाँ मुझे बहुत, अब मैं अपने आप को बिहेवियरल इकोनॉमिस्ट कहना शुरू हो गई हूँ अपने घर में, तो या तुम लोगों के सामने, तो वहाँ पे प्लीज़ अंडरस्टैंड that it is an amalgamation of sociology, of society, of psychology, of so जहाँ हमें अब अगेन मैं बड़ी एकेडमिकली प्योरेस्ट रेसिस्ट बात करूँगी कि नियो क्लासिकल या it's a certain version of events which does explain everything. But if you want it to be something which is applicable at every stage of policy making, then we need more behavioral economists out there. And that is what is amazing, is that Richard Thaler winning the Nobel Prize meant that you and I were talking about it openly rather than behind closed doors, because it is something which we've understood makes sense. अगर सब लोग बड़े डिजिटलाइज होते और रैशनल वर्जन ऑफ इवेंट्स रखते, जिसको हम रैशनैलिटी कहते हैं, इज़ ऑप्टिमाइजेशन ऑफ योर यूटिलिटी, इंडिफरेंस कर्व, और वो जो सारा कुछ है हम उस तरह से बिहेव करते हैं. मैं मार्केट में जाती हूँ, आई नो आई वांट टू बाय अ ब्लू पेयर ऑफ शूज़, अ पेयर ऑफ शूज़ दैट इज़ ब्लू, एंड आई नीड द हील टू बी 1.5 inches, एंड इट शुड बी अ प्लेटफॉर्म हील, एंड इट शुड बी अ लेस अप. मैंने बड़ी क्लियर अपनी डिस्टिंक्ट वर्जन ऑफ इवेंट्स रखा हुआ है. अब मैं मार्केट में जाती हूँ और मैं जाके देखती हूँ कि वहाँ पे एक रेड कलर का शू है जो मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है, और उसमें वेज है, उसमें प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं है, या उसमें पेंसिल हील है, या and if I change my mind and if I assign a different value to it, that is an allowance that neoclassical version of events does not have. So the neoclassicals are very correct in understanding that it's a very strict version of how if we were all to behave ourselves. ठीक है. And that is why ये जो behavioral economics है ना, इसमें वही है कि क्या सारे लोग misbehave कर रहे हैं, कि अगर if you're not behaving like this then are you misbehaving all the time. कि अगर मैं जाके रेड शूज़ लेके आ जाती हूँ, अच्छा मैं तो queen of rationalization हूँ ना, कि I will justify it कि no, I actually think this will make sense and this and that, but that's how humans are. However, having said that, the fact that I am aware of this, that I do this, is so neoclassical in its nature. ठीक है. Behavioral economics is very applicable at the masses level. It is very applicable when we talked about that COVID video. It is very applicable when we talk about it at the national policy level. कि अगर आपने लोगों को ये कहना है कि कतार बनाओ, तो कतार बनाने, सफाई निस्फ ईमान है. Why do we need to attach a religious value to सफाई? Why can't we just talk about the hygiene aspect? It's because you already know there is a pre-existing mindset which is so predominantly, it's something which is predominantly, has predominantly permeated your version of events in this particular society / economy, that you will probably get far or farther with using something which is at a very civic responsibility end. Why does it need that attachment of nisf iman to it? But doesn't it make sense if it just nudges you to do the right thing? Doesn't it, like, shouldn't you just kind of feel like, yes, that's the way to do it? I'm going to promise you something, and that is only if you behave very well. There is a paper that I wrote, and that was a paper, I'm quite proud of it, and not because, I wrote it. And also because I wrote it for the intention, I was the keynote speaker over there. It was a conference that was for natural scientists, ठीक है, It was at university, they were hosting it, and they called me, a social scientist, to come and talk about entrepreneurship. And they basically, I could talk about anything, and I chose to talk about the fascinating mind, or the fascinating way that an entrepreneur behaves. Because I wanted to talk about the fact that, hang on, all of what you think we economists are saying, आप लोग तो, आपको तो मैंने एक देखो ना, अगर आप किसी डॉक्टर के पास जाते हो, आप अगर जाते हो किसी डेंटिस्ट के पास और उसने आपको कहा है फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट एक्सरे लेके आओ, तो एक्सरे वाले की तो आप जो बात कहेंगे वो आप मान लेंगे ना. तो अगर मैं अब इस पॉइंट पे कह रही हूँ कि नो, you know what, the x-ray wala is probably not always right, because you need 3 or 4 images next to it to make sense of it. Therefore, to come back to what I was saying, was that if you guys behave very well, I will present that lecture to you as I did over there. I'll put on my nice shirt and I'll sit here and I'll record it, and I will read it out to you, or I'll present it to you the way. But for that, you have to behave well and submit to me all the assignments for the next 1.5 months at least, okay? And then you get that treat. And a lot of answers about a lot of questions that you've posed to me about behavioral economics and neoclassical economics will get answered in that. So stay tuned. The second thing, schools of thought, I will constantly be talking about. आज हमने क्या क्या schools of thought की बात की, classicals की बात की, केन्जियंस की बात की, मैंने छोटा सा स्ट्रक्चरलिस्ट के ऊपर कुछ बोला था, वो भी मैंने डिटेल में नहीं समझाया. मार्क्स का नाम लिया है मैंने, और I think that's about it. And behavioral economics and neoclassical. So anybody who is believing in the version of events that the classicals prescribe to, but now or after, the classicals went away, are called neoclassicals. Coming up will be something called mercantilism, and so mercantilism is something very exciting, and I will talk to you about it. So hope this kind of wraps it all up. Please understand, it is not like at any given time we are going to behave like the economy is behaving in a certain way, or what is, I think a mix is needed. What the neoclassical version of events tells you is, if everything was perfectly done, this is how it would be. This is how rational agents would behave. The behavioral economics side of it is like, लेकिन ऐसे नहीं होता है, क्योंकि people carry their biases forward, people carry their social biases forward, people carry their religious biases forward, people carry their societal biases forward, because we kind of rely on our past experiences to project future experiences, because we're constantly looking for approval, because good feels better than bad feels. All of that comes into it is the behavioral kick coming in. ठीक है, कुछ समझ आया तो मुझे बताना, ठीक है? Looking forward to your comments on this also.